In this video, I want to show you 3 different e-commerce brands and Shopify stores which all individually make over $100,000 per month in revenue from Google Ads alone. I've actually worked directly with these brands. I've handled Google Ads for them under my Google Ads agency or marketing in. Although these brands we no longer work with for a variety of reasons, including things from wanting to take things in-house to different types of problems arising in the business, these strategies and the overall techniques which we implemented within these brands is the reasons why they're so successful. And from this video, hopefully you understand what it takes to scale to the next level with Google Ads so you can implement it for your own brand. Now, the first brand on my list is actually this furniture-based brand, which is run mostly in the UK. It's called Sono. Now, this brand was a very interesting brand which we started working with back in January of 2022. So it's been about 2 years now. But the reason why this brand used to do $100,000 a month in revenue, you can tell right from the moment you land on the landing page. I mean, right off the bat, this landing page is very unique and very different compared to what you would normally expect on an individual landing page. And that was one of the main reasons why, despite being a high ticket brand selling products ranging from 150, 200 pounds all the way up to 2,000, 5,000, even 10,000 pounds, this brand was able to consistently get a conversion rate of over 1%. Right on the landing page, we see that their reviews, it actually links directly to Trustpilot, not the normal generic Shopify reviews you see. So if you go on here, if you click on the reviews, you're taken to the Trustpilot page, which is actually very interesting on its own. If we scroll down, we can see there's a very beautiful interface here where you can customize your product. You can customize the divan bed which you're buying. You can have it be different colors, and every time you change something here, every time you customize it, the product image changes as well, which I thought was very interesting. But if we scroll down now, this brand had these trust badges here which helped add a lot of trust factor to it. There were upsells and downsells going on here, which was always one main reason why this brand would end up getting a higher AOV over time. But if we scroll down now, we can see that they talked about why somebody would choose this product, why somebody would choose this bed over another bed. And it was not just some generic information like this bed is bigger or the dimensions are bigger, the colors are better, etc. It was more about how this product made the customer feel, how this brand serviced this customer in a right way and in a unique way. And also talked about how this product was made specifically within the UK and handmade that too. So all these things really helped add a lot of trust to this brand overall right when somebody landed on the page itself. But if we now go on over to do a quick simple Google search for this brand just within the United Kingdom alone, and we type in one of the major keywords, divan bed, we can see how their competitors were and how their brand used to rank right here. Their overall brand approach itself was very simple compared to competitors. Their product image, although they were not really that different, still showcased the product in a better light. And nowadays there's other brands coming in trying to outdo this brand by having a slower pricing. But again, now it's become a more of a price war instead of a quality war. But if we look right here, the product titles had the main exact keywords in here. There were certain returns policies which our brand kind of did better than the competitors, and all the raw data feed inserted into the back end. These things were helping the algorithm showcase the product a bit more to the right person. This now brings us to the second brand on the list, which we were also working with and were able to scale beyond 100,000 a month, and it is this AOK Lock brand. Now, this brand used to be called the K Clots, but they recently had a rebranding done and their brand as a whole was changed completely. But this is a fashion brand selling a wide variety of different fashion accessories, all ranging around street jewelry, streetwear related products, and so on and so forth. But the main reason why this fashion brand was so successful again has to do with their landing page. We see there's a little black banner which says holiday blowout deals. Right below that, it says something about affordable and fast and various styles. So this section right here, this is something that's very unique to this brand. Not a lot of other brands actually have this kind of section. But if we scroll down here, it looks like they had a timer going on here, a little bit of a Black Friday flash sale going on, Cyber Monday flash sale going on, as well as a December sale now because they're they're selling Christmas related sweaters. But if we scroll down now, there's a lot of interesting information related to the product, related to shipping, which they're customizing and laying it out in a very specific manner so as not to appear like just another fashion brand. But in addition to this information, they have a free gift that they offer because of the sale going on here, which I thought was very interesting. But if we scroll down now, we can see they had upsells and downsells going down right here at the bottom, and that was pretty much it. They have literally no description, and even with that, they're able to scale beyond 100,000 or more per month in revenue. And if we actually go on over to their Shopify backend, we can actually see that in the last 30 days, they've been able to pull in $341,000 in revenue, whereas within the last 365 days, which is when, by the way, we have been running Google Ads for them, they have done $2.7 million. A lot of this coming just from Google Ads alone. So it's entirely possible for you to be pulling in numbers like these, to be really scaling your brand to these levels with simple products, simple things like these, where you're just selling basic jeans or you're selling streetwear jewelry, so on and so forth. But one of their major keywords was around the skeleton and the gothic related niche. So if we just type in on Google skeleton jeans, we can see their brand comes up first. Now, for this brand, when we were doing Google Ads for them, we really wanted to focus on standing out of the crowd in a certain way, right from the image all the way down to what was done in the back end. And the way we did this is by first analyzing what our competitors did here, and we understood a lot of these competitors have real lifestyle background images where somebody, a model, is wearing the product in a real lifestyle background. Now, if we wanted to stand out from competitors, we could not just do the same exact thing. So instead, what we did is we made the product images be on a white background, simple white background, which was enough to get this brand standing out from its competitors. And we made the product titles very simple, very straightforward, just with the major keywords, with the sizing, and that was it. Because what we noticed was a lot of these competitors, they had very big product titles with a lot of information, and the way to stand out was by doing the opposite, so having concise information and a smaller title. But in addition to that, we really wanted to lay things out a bit differently, and we did it with the pricing. As you can see, we put the pricing here for $58.12 instead of the generic $49.99 or $49.50. We wanted to be very different, and the best way to do this is by just having a very unique approach for the pricing itself. And then we ended it off by the Google Merchant Center having reviews, having things like certain information added as raw data feed in the back end, and all of these things really help push our ad more and more in the front while improving our CTRs and ultimately while helping scaling the brand itself. This was pretty much all we did here, just focusing on being different from competitors. Now, this brings us to the third brand on the list, and it is this brand right here called Yora Home. Now, 3D printers is one of my main niches. I always talk about it in a lot of my other YouTube videos, and we had the opportunity to work with a 3D printer based brand called Yora Home. Now, unfortunately for this brand, they don't run Google Ads to that same level as we did once before anymore because of certain fulfillment issues they had started to face, because of certain supplier issues they were starting to face. And although they do have some Google Ads running, it's the same exact strategy which we had once implemented back in the day. Now, the overall approach for this brand, again, keeping the same theme in mind, it's more customized for their perfect audience. But in addition to that, everything is just very unique and very interesting. I mean, right off the bat, we see that they have certain deals going on for the current time period, and this banner, it can be changed for something else here as well. But if we scroll down here, there's a little special promo section here with text in red, which talks about savings that are going on. There are certain things you can choose, such as where you want to ship the product to, and it also tells you directly when you can expect delivery of that product, which also can make or break whether you get sales or not for your product. But if you scroll down, we can see there's this unique, beautiful green colored background theme for each product image, and this is just because of the green theme they wanted to go after for all of the brand as a whole. But if you scroll down here, everything here is just based off of those color themes. There's upsells and downsells here, and then if we scroll down, they have a very beautiful YouTube video here talking about their product in detail, and their overall description is based on images as well as a little bit of description text as well. Very simple, very straightforward layout, a lot of information here because this is more of a technical product and users do want to know more about the product itself, how it works, so on and so forth, before they decide to purchase. But we kind of applied the same strategy here by incorporating those major product images with the kind of interesting theme in the background. We made sure the product titles here we're as detailed as possible, because with this kind of overall niche, the product titles are extremely detailed, and every single one of the competitors wants to ensure that their product titles incorporate things like major keywords, incorporate certain information that is relevant to this niche as a whole. So we wanted to do the same thing here, but at the same time, we wanted to keep things interesting and have information here, which not a lot of competitors do, such as those product reviews here, such as certain pricing here, which was unique for this brand as a whole. A very strategic and very straightforward approach. There was really nothing too crazy going on here for the Google Ads strategy as well. We wanted to keep things very simple, so we only had a few Performance Max campaigns running, testing all of the products, with one PMax focusing on the best sellers, and then we had search campaigns going on, as well as display, discovery, and eventually we were starting to add YouTube campaigns here as well. But again, once you incorporate all of these things these brands have done, that's when you give your brand the real chance to succeed to the next level. But if you're doing $40,000 or more per month in revenue, you need just a little bit of extra help scaling your brand to the next level. Go onto my website at yourmarketing.com and schedule a free call with me to see how we can potentially work together and make that happen. But just knowing these things isn't enough. You need to know how to incorporate it. And this case study right here, which we did on a brand which we also scaled beyond 6 and 7 figures, goes in depth into all these tactics and more.